Hello everybody! So I wanted to come on here and shoot an empties video today because I've been collecting my empties for a while and I'm sure I need to get them out of my bathroom. Empties videos are one of my favorite videos to watch. I know a lot of YouTubers say that, but if you think about it, if somebody's gone through an entire product to the very end of it, they've pretty much created a pretty good opinion and thoughts on how it worked out for them and whatnot. It's pretty solid and educated. So I've got skincare, I've got makeup, and let's just jump into it. The first thing I've got is a couple of different sets of makeup wipes. The first one I've got here is the Acure Unscented Argan Oil Cleansing Towelettes. These I talked about in my Ipsy products that I've fallen in love with video, and I really like them. They were pretty good at taking off makeup. It's not really what I used them for. I used them like in the morning because I had them right after I had my baby. And it made it really easy to kind of get my face good and cleansed first thing in the morning. And I've also got the Equate Beauty Sensitive Cleansing Facial Wipes. They're compared to the simple ones. Simple cleansing wipes are my favorite, so I wanted to try these out. The one thing I will always say about Equate wipes is they've got the plastic closure here instead of just the sticker, and I really like that. These weren't terrible. I'd use them again. They're cheaper and they're not too bad. Next, I've got a couple of lotions. This is the Hand Food by Soap and Glory. I carried this in my purse. I loved this stuff. I went through a phase where this was all that I use. Now I use some Bath & Body Works hand cream, but this was a really good product, and I would get it again if there was a Sephora closer to me, although now they're at Ulta, which there is one close. I might be able to pick one up. Might have to do that. Next, I've got another thing that I talked about in my Ipsy products that I fell in love with video. This is the La Vanilla Healthy Body Butter in Pure Vanilla. This was really great. I used it when I was pregnant. It smells really good. I probably got a little bit more in there that I can use. Yeah. Anyways, this is really good. I love this stuff. It was really moisturizing. I've looked into getting it in the full size, but I don't know how I feel about spending $20 on lotion. But it was really nice to have, especially while I was pregnant. Next, I've got a couple of face products. I've got the Acure Day Cream. Again, another thing I talked about in my Ipsy products, I got this. I really like this stuff. You can get it at Target. It's got a really good consistency, especially for it being a day cream. It works really well under your makeup. Was really happy with this. This is something I got in my Sephora Playbox, and this is the Belif True Cream Aqua Bomb. It was a little pot sample. It was really nice. I used every last bit of this stuff. It's blue. It was really good. I don't know how much hydration I really got out of it, but it worked really nice. It wasn't as good as like the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. That stuff is like holy grail for dry skin. But this was really nice. I have the Dr. Jart Ceramide Day Tint. I also got this in the Play by Sephora box. I really like this stuff. It's a tinted moisturizer. I thought it was going to be too dark for me, but when you blended it out, it was really nice. It was really great to just throw on and spread out with my fingers and be done. I really like this. I really wish the full size wasn't $40. I've got a couple of exfoliators. We have the Dr. Brandt Pore Dermabrasion Pore Perfecting Exfoliator. This was another Play by Sephora box find. This was okay. It was really grainy. I prefer my exfoliators to be like the St. Ives apricot shell exfoliators. Like if I'm going to exfoliate, I want something that's going to do it. And this was just like having a lot of sand in it, and it was okay. I didn't really see any like pore refining qualities or results, but it exfoliated. It was nice. Another thing, this is out of Ipsy, that I got is a CRX Microdermabrasion Face and Body Scrub for preventive aging. Again, same quality, lots of sand in kind of a creamy paste. It was okay. Wasn't my favorite. Wouldn't repurchase. I've got a couple of lip balms, and then we can, and a couple more skincare things, and then we can jump into the makeup. First lip balm is my Holy Grail. This is Nivea Kiss of Lip, kiss of milk and honey. I mean, I took every last bit of this that I could. I really, really like this. It's really moisturizing. It's not greasy. It doesn't feel like it just slides around. It's really nice. I like that one a lot. I also have, I was really sad when I finished this up. This is the Dior Creme de Rose. I bought this at Christmas last year because I had like, however, it was so much off a $50 purchase. And I got this and the apricot cuticle oil from Christian Dior. I love this. I use this for everything. It was friggin' worth. I got every bit of it out. I am so in love with this and I can't justify spending $25 on it again. If I could, I would do it in a heartbeat. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I've got a nail polish remover pads. This is Absolute. I think I got this in a Pop Sugar box or something. I don't know. They weren't too bad, honestly. They're really inexpensive. They were really easy. They worked really well on glitters, strangely enough, and there was a bunch of them. So those are good. The last couple skincare things I've got, this is the Simple Soothing Facial Toner. I really like this toner. It's really gentle. It doesn't burn my eyes. It doesn't really do much. The thing I use toner for most of the time is just to make sure that all of my cleanser is off of my face and nothing like, you know, residue kind of left behind. And then I've also got the Simple Cleansing Micellar Water. I really, really like this stuff. It's really, really good. I didn't use it fully to take my makeup off because I just don't feel like using that many cotton pads, but I'd use my makeup wipes and I'd go in behind this and it'd be amazing how much this stuff would pull off. And it worked really, really well. I really liked it. Okay, so the rest that we got is makeup. So we're gonna start, I guess, I'll start to finish and how I would use them in my routine. So I've got a couple of primers here. I've got the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer and the Mineral Face Primer. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between these two. I swear by the Mineral Face Primer by e.l.f. I really, really like it. When I bought the Poreless one online, I bought this and the hydrating one. And I don't think this one is as good. I really like silicone primers. I love the Mineral Face Primer. I've also got the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. This was really good. I got this in a Play by Sephora box. It's really, really nice. I can totally see why these are worth the hype. I've got the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I also talked about this in my last Ipsy video. This is really great. Love silicone primers. And then the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. This is also really good. I believe I talked about it in that video as well. Yeah, because it's tinted. This is more like the Benefit Porefessional. It works really great. I have no complaints about it. Also, going with primer, this is the, they don't even make this anymore, I don't think. It's the Victoria's Secret Make It Last Prime and Set Makeup Setting Spray. I didn't really like this to set my foundation or set my makeup at the end of it, but I always liked it at the beginning, before I put on my regular primer, like between my moisturizer and my primer. I would put this on and it was really nice, and I think it kind of actually helped to kind of set it in before that whole Smashbox primer water became a thing. I've got the, sorry, I forget I keep saying forward. This is the Pixi Correction Concentrate and Brightening Peach from Target. This is a salmon colored corrector. I scraped this thing to the bare bones of it. It's really great. I swear by it. I have really dark circles naturally. It's a genetic thing, and I also have a newborn who's now 6 months old and deciding he doesn't want to sleep through the night anymore. So my under eye circles are horrendous most of the time, and I swear by this stuff. I put this on before my foundation. I put it on, and then I do the foundation and my concealer, and I love the way it works. The Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15 Fair. This is actually lighter than 10 Light because it's a different tone. I went through a whole one of these. I really like this, especially for more spot concealing as opposed to being under my eyes. I've got two of the NYX HD concealers. I've got Porcelain and Fair. Porcelain was really great under my eyes. It's really light, really light. And Fair is also really good. I feel like I went through these really fast though. Like, I don't know. I just felt like they went through them really quickly. I didn't repurchase. I've got the Maybelline Dream Lumi. So yeah, Dream Lumi concealer in ivory. This is the one that twists up through the top. I love this stuff. I've gone back to it a few times, especially because I'll put on the corrector and then my foundation, and I'll use this under my eyes to really especially brighten it up, and it works really well for that. And I tend to go to other stuff, but I always come back to this. And then this is the newest one that I've used up. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. I had to pull the sponge thing off of it to get to the rest of the product because it was done and I couldn't get any more, and it made me really, really sad. But it works really well. I don't know. Some people are really ride or die for this, and I don't know yet. I never established. And then I've also got the Maybelline Photo Ready Concealer. Not Maybelline, Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. This is the stick concealer. I've just had this for way too long, and I was going through my makeup looking for a concealer and was like, oh, why do I still have that? This is in light. It was really good, especially, it's really creamy for being a stick concealer, especially for spot concealing. I don't particularly care for it under my eyes, which is mainly where I put concealer. That's why I generally judge by that, but it was pretty good for spot concealing around the face. I've got a couple of powders, actually my brow product. This is my favorite brow product, and it's hard to get from my personal life. It's the Mary Kay brow liner. It's the automatic brow liner. It's in blonde. It is the best eyebrow pencil that I've ever used. The color is perfect, especially being a blonde. And I was using this when I was blonde, for the most part. And when I was blonde, it's hard to find blonde eyebrow pencils that aren't a little bit too red or aren't too gray. Even the one I'm using right now is a little bit too red. But this one is just so perfect, and I don't have a Mary Kay consultant that I go through specifically anymore. I started using them when I was in college, and they were perfect, and then I moved away. And when I would purchase them, I'd purchase like 3 or 4 of them at a time, and they're like $10, which is way less than the Anastasia one that a lot of people swear by. But I just really, really like this pencil. So it's a really, really good color. Okay, couple of powders. I've got the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I've gone through a whole one of these. It took me a really, really long time. It's a loose powder. You can see a little bit left in it. It's kind of a pinkish tone, which I'm sure you're not going to see on camera. It does have some glitter and shimmer to it, which I can't always see. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it's really nice for setting the under eyes specifically. It doesn't dry me up. It's an HD powder. It's one of the little, white, real fine powders. It works really well under the eyes. I've just used it forever, and I swear by it, and I don't think I could really tell you why anymore. Also, this is the old packaging of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I used the color Light because Light Plus was too dark, which means homegirl be pale. But I use this down to the bones. Like you can see the terracotta and stuff. I'm not throwing this away. I am going to save it to back to MAC. But I used every bit of this that I could. Goodness gracious. I have repurchased this. I swear by this powder. The Maybelline Fit Me powder is almost as good, but I just think I like the way this really sets my makeup. So I'm pretty hardcore about it. I've got eyebrow gels. I use clear mascara to set my eyebrows. I use an eyebrow pencil mostly. I don't really like powders. I haven't tried pomades, but I'm pretty good into pencils. So this is the Maybelline Great Lash in clear. It's pretty classic. I never truly use up one of these until they get all goopy and yuck. This one I didn't like the way it's set. I don't think I've used this as much as I could have. It's just not my favorite. What my favorite is the e.l.f. Wet Gloss Lash and Brow Clear Mascara. I've got 3 of them here. It's a double-sided clear mascara. I'll just show you one. They get really yucky and really goopy and discolored and stuff by the end of them. I don't think they make my brows look wet, and they're an awesome steal for, they used to be $1, I think they're $2 now, but I get them up at Target, and yeah, I love it. I've got an eye primer. This is the eye primer I really do, at the end of the day, swear by. And it's only $1. It might be up to $2 now too at Target, but I'm not sure. This is the e.l.f. eyelid primer. I use the color Sheer most of the time. It's just the skin toned color. Comes on a little doe foot applicator. I think it works just as well as, you know, the Benefit eyelid primers and the Too Faced eyelid primers, and, you know, all the ones that are super expensive and for no reason. I also use the shimmer one every once in a while. I don't think they perform any different, but I really, really love this, especially for $1 even too at that point. I've got 2 of the same eyeliners. This is the Physician Formula Eye Booster Black for my wing liner. I used to swear by felt tip liners, but I started using this and I like it so much better. This is a brush tip. They just seem to, here we go. They just seem to dry out eventually. I've tried to use other eyeliner, you know, liquid eyeliners, and I just can't. By the time I just end up wanting to go back to it. I don't want to go back to the $10 eyeliner, but I really, really like them. They work really, really well. They do really great winged liner, and but they do get to a point where they kind of just stop being the blackest of black, if that makes any sense. But I do get the color Ultra Black. I really, really like them. I've got 4 different mascaras here, and we're almost done. This is the Urban Decay Perversion. Again, I talked about this in my Ipsy video. I really love it. I love the brush. It's a big, fat, natural bristle brush. It's really, really great. Maybe I can't. There we go. I mean, it's just fat and gives great volume, great black color to your lashes. I'm all about it. The next is the Falsies Volume Express in Waterproof. I actually got this around the time my best friend was getting married. So I was buying all of them in waterproof at that point. It's a curved brush, or, you know, curved wand. It works really well. I do think it kind of gives the illusion of, you know, making your eyes look like you got some falsies going. So I really like that. The L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga. L'Oreal, for the most part, makes my favorite mascaras. The Miss Manga mascara, I don't know. I didn't really ever use this by itself because I wasn't about that life. But it was a curved one. This was what I always went in with afterwards to give a lot of volume and kind of clump up my lashes a little bit, because I can get down with that style. And then this one is one of my favorites, and it's so inexpensive. It's the Revlon Lash Potion. Again, this is one of those I would go in afterwards for a lot of volume, and I finally just had to give up the ghost on this one. But it's a natural brush, or natural bristle brush, yes. And it was really, really great. It's only like $5.99 or something like that. But it was really good to go in with after you were done with everything else and just really kind of give it volume and add a little bit extra dark color. So I really enjoy that. I have a eyelash curler has just died. Like, it's just done skis. This is the Mary Kay eyelash curler. I actually won this at a Mary Kay party, but it's one of the best eyelash curlers I've ever used. I really liked it. It got to a point where, like, when you squeeze it, it just sinks into the padding anymore. So it just doesn't really work. I really like this though. It was really, really good. I also really like the e.l.f. mechanical eyelash curler with the like weird plastic on the handles, because it gives you that weird place to put this finger, and it works really well too. I have 2 different shapes of eyes. My eyes are 2 different shapes most of the time. I say most of the time, like they change, but so I need a little bit bigger of an eyelash curler, and that one works perfect for me. And then I've got setting sprays are the last. I swear by setting sprays. I use a lot of powders because I have to set my foundation and stuff, and so I just swear by makeup setting sprays. I'm not usually looking at them to give my makeup longevity to the gods or anything like that, but I do want them to just kind of settle all the powders in. So the first one I have is the NYX Dewy Finish Spray. This one works really well. I don't think it necessarily gives me a dewy finish. I never tried the matte one, so I don't know about that. But it does make it look really natural, and you know, it doesn't make me look cakey, it doesn't make me look oily, it just works. And I have 3 of the same ones. This is the e.l.f. Mist and Set, and it's $3 I think at the drugstore, and it's got aloe, green tea, cucumber, vitamins A, C, and E. I've been using this stuff for years. I love it. Again, I can't say that it makes my makeup last, you know, 3 days and 4 nights or anything like that, but it definitely makes all the powders settle down and makes me look a little less cakey, and I love it for that reason, and that's really all I'm looking for. So I will continue to purchase this for years and years and years. If they ever say they're getting discontinued, I'm sure I will pick them up and just hoard them for days. So that, it would appear to be it. That's all of my empties, so now I can go throw them in the trash. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know, and I will continue to keep up with my empties and then be able to show you these every once in a while. If you don't want to miss any more of my videos, please take a minute and hit the subscribe button wherever it is on your screen. And thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I really, really appreciate it. I love doing this, and I love seeing you guys you know, love me doing it too. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.